What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. We are back again. It is Monday, the 3rd of June, 2024. Big up all the real ones in the building. We appreciate you. I do apologize for running late, but we are here. We are here. I was making myself a lovely, juicy coffee, man. Big up the coffee gang. Much appreciate every single one of you. Hit that like button. We are going to be touching on a number of things. Yeah, Arsenal launch Benjamin Sesko bid. It is official. Arsenal have put a bid on the table for Benjamin Sesko. They want to get this deal done ASAP before June the 14th, according to the latest reports. That is when this deal should be completely done. But Arsenal have officially launched a bid, according to the reports being published. We're going to be talking about that. Victor Osimhen expects to move to Arsenal this summer. Victor Osimhen is sitting there waiting on Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. He believes that Arsenal are on the verge of putting a bid down on the table for Victor Osimhen. He actually believes Arsenal are going to put a bid on the table for him. I can't believe it. Big up all the real ones in the building. Big up my guy Egal in the building. I see you, broski. Good morning to you, my guy. Come on, man. Love the thumbnail, he says. Appreciate you. Come on. Big up Alex in the building as well. Big up my guy Abdullah. We got John. We got Comic and Snickers. We got Sergio. We got Tobias in the building. Yadani's in the building. Oh, we got the gang, man. We got the gang. Big up Adam Lee AFC. Big up Boss in the building, man. Like Glenn, FFT, the algorithm. You best be helping me today, my brother. Big up DS Electronics. Big up Sean. Big up Troy. Just Add, Shah. Everyone. Static. I see you guys. Keep it up, that like button. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about, man. Big up Real Madrid won the Champions League, interestingly. I mean, it was obvious, isn't it? Come on, Dortmund didn't have a chance. Even though Real Madrid weren't really playing that well, they won it at the end. I mean, a bad day is a good day for Real Madrid. You know, they make it happen. They make it happen. I was listening to Jude Bellingham talk in Spanish earlier. How fluent this guy's a proper intelligent don, bro. He picked up on that language. I can't speak no languages, just to let you guys know, just English. I barely can speak English, bro. This guy is speaking Spanish like it was his first language. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. I see a video as well. Where is it? Let me get it. Carlo Ancelotti, blood, the cigar king, the don. They don't call him a don for no reason, man. 15 Champions Leagues for Real Madrid. Incredible scenes, man. Hay fever's got me as well, ladies and gentlemen. Big up the hay fever gang. I don't know how many of you guys in the chat are suffering. Yeah, literally suffering from hay fever. It is killing me right now. Nose, eyes, ears. I don't know what's going on. I need to get myself some medication, bruv. Yeah, massive shout out to Kevin Campbell as well, man. Sad situation taking place. I'm not too sure what's actually going on, so I don't want to talk too much on it, but we are definitely all thinking of you, Kevin. We hope you well, and we hope you get better real soon. Sad situation taking place, but a massive shout out to Kevin Campbell. Hope we see him again. We want to get him back on the channel. Hopefully we can do that. Big up Yardman Jamaica. Big up Sticky Drummond in the building as well, man. Big up all the real ones. Let's dive straight in. It's going to be Arsenal today. I don't really care about anyone else. I know we've been waffling about a lot of other clubs, Manchester United, Chelsea, all these fraudulent clubs. But today it's all about Arsenal. We're doing transfer gossip, blood. Big up the hay fever gang. I am telling you, man, it is bad. All of a sudden, it just licked me yesterday. All of a sudden, bro. Licked me. I don't know what happened, bro. Yeah, it was crazy. It's crazy. And I woke up this morning all stuffed up. Hasn't been good. Wax, the Victor Osimhen hype is dying. I don't think he wants to go Chelsea. He definitely wants to leave, though. He definitely wants to leave Napoli. That is definitely on the cards. We're going to speak about Victor Osimhen. Obviously, Napoli have just hired Antonio Conte. They want to get Osimhen out the door, so they've got more firepower, more financial power to bring more players to the club. According to the latest reports, Napoli do want to spend about 250 million on revamping their squad this summer. So Antonio Conte, he's going to be licking his lips, isn't he, blood? He's going to be in that market trying to sign every Tom, Dick and Harry. The main name being linked with Napoli right now is Lukaku, and it's about 40 million pounds they could sign him for. They are in talks with Chelsea, but that talks, it's been confirmed that the talks between Chelsea and Lukaku and Lukaku and Napoli, sorry, have nothing to do with Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen has not been involved in those negotiations. It's literally just straight Lukaku cash. Do you know what I mean? Straight Lukaku cash. We'll obviously get to Victor Osimhen. Make sure you stick around, fasten your seatbelts, hit that like button, big up that coffee gang, all of that. We appreciate every single one of you. What's happening with Kevin Campbell? He has literally not been well. It's been about literally after you come off our stream. He's been ill for a number of months, man. He's been ill for a number of months. But again, I don't know what's going on. I heard one or two things, but again, it's not concrete. I can't really say. So I wish him all the best of luck. And I'm sure everyone in the chat does as well. Surprised he hasn't left sooner with all the racism over there in Italy. Well, look, I hear you with that. I mean, I see Italian, man, really put in, a number of their black players on pedestals, bro. I have to be honest. I know there has been that stigma. It's probably come. It's still, it's everywhere, isn't it? But listen, let's be real, man. I've got Italian blood in me. My mum's Maltese Italian. My granddad is Italian Maltese, so I've got Italian blood in me. But yeah, I see them putting their man on pedestals, man. They're really rating them, man, kissing them and that. If they were thinking of them in that way, if they had that type of perception on them, I don't think you'll be kissing man up and that. You know what I mean? But I hear you, though. I do hear you. Anyway, man, what we talking about? We've got David Raya. So it has been confirmed by, I believe this is Fabrizio Romano. He is letting us know that Arsenal are on the verge of making this one happen. Arsenal are expected to proceed with formal steps to activate the 27 million buy option for David Raya in the next few days. No changes. Plan confirmed since day one. He is staying and he is going to be Arsenal's goalkeeper. Now, that being the case, what then happens to Aaron Ramsdale? What happens with Aaron Ramsdale? Is Aaron Ramsdale going to be leaving? There's a lot of reports to suggest that Arsenal, in fact, want to replace 3 players. Aaron Ramsdale is one of them, Zinchenko is another, and Thomas Partey being the third one. Hence why you can see them guys on the fun now. Aaron Ramsdale is being linked with a few different clubs at this moment in time. Newcastle, even I see a report. I swear Bournemouth are re-interested in Aaron Ramsdale as well. But who are we going to replace him with? Who are we going to replace Aaron Ramsdale with? There's been a few goalkeepers being linked with Arsenal. What's his name? Bigelow. I believe that's how you pronounce it. The guy over in the Eredivisie. He looks at the priority. You have what's the other keeper's name? Forgot his name off the top of my head. But Arsenal are definitely going to bring in another goalkeeper. This is 8 goalkeepers. 8 goalkeepers that Mikel Arteta would have signed for Arsenal Football Club. 8 goalkeepers. That averages like 2 goalkeepers a season, bro. That's crazy. And I feel sorry for Ramsdale, man. You guys know how I feel about Ramsdale. I like him. I don't think he is, that guy, but I do feel like he's been unfairly treated at Arsenal. I do feel like he's been unfairly treated. You could have just run with Ramsdale. Bearing in mind, the season that Ramsdale got dropped, he was goalkeeper of the season. He actually won goalkeeper of the season, and then you went and signed David Raya. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? It's mad. It's actually mad. But of course, David Raya does bring something slightly different. He is a bit more. He gives you a bit more composure. He seems more focused, and that was one problem with Aaron Ramsdale. He even let us know that he was lapsing in concentration. He couldn't concentrate for 5 minutes. I mean, the moment he said that, he was done. But anyway, he's going to be moving on. Another one that's going to be moving on is Zinchenko. Bayern Munich are literally wanting to make Zinchenko their first summer signing, according to the reports that are coming out. Company has officially been announced as the manager of Bayern Munich, alongside Craig Bellamy, I believe, who's as his assistant manager. Now, listen, this is crazy. I've got a feeling that Bayern Munich are going to lose a lot of players. They're going to lose a lot of players this summer. There's going to be a little revamp over there. We do know Joshua Kimmich. He's been linked with a move to Arsenal. Barcelona seem to be leading that one at this moment in time. We haven't heard much about, Arsenal's interest since, a month, 2 months ago. It's been a while. So they're probably going to lose a few players. And they want to make Zinchenko their priority. I'm just quickly finding this report. Where is it? There we go. It's here. So it's been published initially by, I don't know. I really don't know, actually. They ain't put a source in it. But a Vincent Company wants to make Zinchenko his first summer signing at Bayern Munich. The pair worked together during their years at Man City, as we do know. And it's currently unknown whether Mikel Arteta will be willing to let the player leave this summer. So, according to this report, there hasn't been confirmation on whether Zinchenko is going to be leaving Arsenal. I think it's just kind of like a fan agenda at this moment in time, isn't it? Like everyone's kind of pushing that agenda of, oh, we want Zinchenko out the club. He's not good enough. And then comes along the narrative that, oh, Bayern Munich want to sign him, and they're leading the race. And do you know what I mean? We don't actually know. But there are reports suggesting that is going to be the case. Zinchenko could be one of the first that leave and one of the first signed by Bayern Munich under the new Vincent Company regime. Vincent Company and Craig Bellamy. And then you have Thomas Partey, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Partey, this seems inevitable. Thomas Partey wants to stay. He has confirmed it in recent weeks that he wants to stay, doesn't want to go anywhere. I think that's just because of the money. If you think about it, is there anyone out there that's going to give Thomas Partey the money that he wants other than Saudi Arabia? That is a potential destination for Thomas Partey. We made an assumption a few weeks ago whereby we said that Eddie was in. Well, I said Eddie was in, but when I say we say no, but I said Eddie was in Saudi Arabia and he was there because he was trying to negotiate a move for Thomas Partey or trying to build some sort of rapport with someone to see what he could do with any one of our players. But I think Thomas Partey was at the top of the agenda because right now Thomas Partey's got 1 year left in his contract. There's teams in Turkey interested, teams in Saudi Arabia interested. Thomas wants to stay. Arsenal want to make money. They want to try and recoup the £45 million that they paid. Now, they know Turkish clubs are not going to come and give you £45 million. They're going to give you 10 million in installments that last you about 20 years. They're going to jump with installments all over the place for like 10 to 15 million pounds, bro. So you're not going to get the type of money that Arsenal want from a Turkish club. Therefore, I had to make the assumption that he's over in Saudi Arabia to try and get that money because a Saudi Arabian club, what they called St. Etihad, not St. Etihad, what am I talking about? Come on, don't be ignorant. What they called El Etihad or something like that. El Etihad, something like that. Yeah, forgive me. But they will come along and they will put £50 million down on the table for Thomas Partey at 32 years old, at 31 years old. Because the most important thing for those guys over there is about improving their league and bringing more eyes on their league. I don't mind a 35-year-old Don. Yeah. I'll you know what I mean? I'll bring them man out of retirement if I have to. That's what they're on over there. So we know we will be able to get money out of a Saudi Arabian club for Thomas Partey. And I think that is the agenda. However, it's now about convincing Thomas to go to Saudi Arabia because some reports are suggesting that he doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia. He wants to stay here or he wants to be somewhere in Europe, Spain, Italy, one of those type of countries. But Arsenal are thinking about how we're going to get money out of this. Where is the money going to come from? Where is the money going to come from? Another problem Thomas Partey is slightly facing as well, another reason he wants to stay at Arsenal, is that the other teams that are interested, the Turkish teams, any other team that Juventus have recently been interested, they won't offer Thomas Partey the money that he wants. And one thing we do know for a fact is Thomas Partey is in this for the mullah. He's not in this for Champions League. He's not in this for Premier League. He's not in this for any type of silverware. Thomas Partey's here for money. And, and anyone that might take offense to that is a fact, because his dad's already confirmed it. Thomas Partey's dad's come out and told, man, my club don't care about my son, don't care about Champions League football. My son doesn't care. My son only cares about being a millionaire. And the moment he said that, I knew Thomas Partey was going to join Arsenal, blood. I knew it because Arsenal were going to offer him the best financial package. So and that was like 3 months before he actually joined Arsenal. So yeah, I just know these guys are all about money. And even though Saudi Arabia is all money, so it's a slight contradiction there. It's just about moving to that country. I don't know if he's on it. But I could be totally wrong. I'm just basing that opinion on what the reports are telling us. Don't forget to like and subscribe, says Boss. Give company Jesus and Zinchenko and Sambi. Sambi Lokonga is another one that's company wants, according to the reports as well. He wants to prioritize Lokonga. I mean, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know why it doesn't make any sense to me? And I take that one as garbage. Is because when he was at Burnley, do you know how many players he signed for Burnley? Do you know how many players company signed for Burnley? In fact, Burnley fans have come out recently on TalkSport. I was watching it over the weekend, and they've basically said that company has ruined their football club. Company has ruined their football club. Company has put them in mad debt. They've spent so much money on players. They've had to loan their players out because they can't even afford them. You know, they've had to convince other football clubs to come in and pay the wages of the players that company signed, blood, because company put them in debt. Oh my God. I don't understand how Bayern Munich looked at this and decided to sign Don. It doesn't make any sense to me, blood. But company signed more than 25, 30, 40 players, but he signed so many players. Bare Belgium Dons and everything. So the point I wanted to make there anyway is if company was really serious about Lokonga, when he was signing all those frauds for Burnley, I'm pretty sure he would have come in for Lokonga at that point. Even when Lokonga went on loan to Luton, why didn't Burnley come in for him at that point? Company doesn't want Lokonga. He just sold Arsenal a dream so we can finesse some money out of us. It was lockdown. Remember, it was lockdown. Anderlecht needed money. Yeah. Football clubs are suffering. They were financially suffering, and company come along and said, oh, how can I make money today? Like, I'm sure one of you guys have woke up in the morning, broke as a joke, and you've decided, like you've said to yourself, how can I make money today? How can I make money? I need to find a way I can make money today. I need cash money today. And you've literally gone out there, and later on that day, you've got cash money. Yeah, that's exactly what company done to Arsenal, fam. That's it. Company woke up and he said, listen, I need to make money today. Lokonga, okay. Yeah. Sold the dream, sold man the dream and the vision. Edu, incompetent Edu, Richard Garlick, all those dons bought into it. And here we have Lokonga, nearly 4 years into his Arsenal career. And he's on the verge of leaving. What a waste of time, money, resources. It was just a total waste. Total waste, blood. Darth Vader says, Wax, just remember Arsenal ruins Lokonga, so why would company look at him? Luton revived him, so that's why company is looking at him. Potentially, but I wouldn't even say Arsenal ruined him. Because I don't think... I just think... I wouldn't say Arsenal ruined him. I just think, like, when Lokonga moved to Arsenal, it was a big step in his career, blood. It was a big step in his career, man. And, you know, he just couldn't... He just couldn't... He couldn't do what Arsenal was asking for. That's literally what it was, man. Like, moving to Luton is a great way for, is a great place for Lokonga. Or moving to not even a West Ham, even a West Ham. Or it's a great way for him to build, man. You have to remember, Anderlecht and Arsenal are way far apart, bro. Anderlecht have the benefit of being in European football and shit like that. Cool, but don't let that make you feel that they're in the same conversation as an Arsenal, bro. It's a big level. It's a big level up. You know, big level, it's levels up. It's levels up. Anderlecht is more or less championship, avoid relegation football. That's the quality, that's the level. So where Lokonga found himself at Luton was a perfect destination. That's where he should be. He was drowning at Arsenal because, you know, it's a big club, and what was asked of him, he couldn't deliver on. There were, and that's not me, and I'm not going to take anything away from Lokonga as well, guys, because you guys will know, and Darth, you will know how I feel about Lokonga. I will tell you that, in my personal opinion about Lokonga is someone that is designed and tailored for a number 8 role. Arsenal was playing him as a number 6. We were playing him as a number 6, and at times was playing him as a lone 6. Now that was very naive. That was stupid because he doesn't have it in his locker. And you've got to think he's a young, vulnerable player that's just come from the Belgium league, and you're playing him as a number 6 by himself. It just didn't make any sense. And of course, at the same time, you've got Arteta experimenting. So I won't say he ruined him. I just say, look, man, it was just a bit too much for Lokonga. And now he's going to go and find himself elsewhere. But waste of time for Arsenal, waste of money for Arsenal, waste of resources for Arsenal. I still stand by that. But Lokonga, if you look at Lokonga's qualities, just to quickly mention, to give him some credit, bro, As a number 8, the guy can get forward. The guy's got a great pass in him. The guy has great movement. He has great movement. That's what I'm saying. I never understood why Mikel Arteta was trying to deploy him as a 6. I never understood it. And one time, Lokonga did confirm that he can play, or he does play, as a number 6. So he kind of backed Arteta's decision. But then couldn't perform. Do you know what I mean? So at the same time, you can't even blame Arteta for that. You can't even blame him, because Lokonga has more or less backed the decision. He said to the world, I can play as a number 6. I prefer a number 8, but I can play as the 6. He was playing as the 6, and unfortunately for him, it didn't work, man. And look, to a degree, it is. Look, let's move on from Lokonga anyway. Let's not go over the top about Lokonga. Lokonga's not good enough. That's the true facts of the matter. You know, you're looking at previous centre midfielders that we've had at the football club. Lokonga isn't good enough, bro. He's not good enough. He's a good player, but not good enough for Arsenal. You know what I mean? So there's no point in even talking about what Arteta could have done or what Arteta didn't do, or, you know, do you know what I mean? It's pointless. It's pointless, man. It's pointless. But Thomas Partey, another one that's going to be out the door. Let's see what happens with Thomas. Will he be leaving? Will he be staying? He wants to stay, but Arsenal want to get that money for him. We need to. You know what's really important for Arsenal at this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, is ROI. And not just ROI from trophies, because we know that's one of the main things that you look at for a return on is trophies in football. That's how the football game works. But we need to look at player sales, because one thing, let me find it. One thing Arsenal have struggled on is player sales, ladies and gentlemen. Player sales, and it's really, really embarrassing. The most money we've made off a player under Mikel Arteta is 31.5 million. That was for Balogun. The exact figure is 31.5 million. That's what we sold Balogun for, including any add-ons. So the 1.5 million is the add-ons. Hold on, let me find this. Where is it? Oh, guys, it's not here. It's not here. Where are you, bloods? Where are you, bro? You got me. Where are you, bro? I can't find it, man. All right, I found it. So cool. Listen, this is Arsenal's highest ever sales in the club's history. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now you look at this, bro. You look at this, and so I'm going to be honest. There's no blame on Arteta for this. We're just looking at Arsenal as a whole here. We're looking at Arsenal in general. We know under Arteta, with Edu in the job, we have struggled to sell players. Balogun being the most value that we've got off a player since Arteta and Edu have been spearheading this project. But it hasn't just been under them. Arsenal have had a problem with selling players for years. For years. We can see here, we sold Oxlade-Chamberlain, an injury-prone Don. Injury-prone. This is English tax. This is the little English tax that we scraped. Because really and truly, you know, the English tax today is crazy. The English tax today, like, come on, Declan Rice, 100 million. Well, we know really and truly, at that time when we signed Declan Rice, whether we've helped Declan Rice shine and go to a next level, we know at that time Declan Rice was more or less a 65 to maybe 70 million pound player. That's what you would have paid for Declan, 70 million. I mean, after the performances we've seen, 100 million, no one's arguing. We're willing to pay 100 million. We'll pay it again. How about that? Because he has been phenomenal, right? But that's English tax. The English tax that we only could add to this would have been this, right? You mentioned Iwobi. Iwobi's not on here. This is an official list. Iwobi obviously wasn't sold for the amount of money that people think Iwobi was sold for. Obviously, with add-ons and things like that, it could have rounded up to about 35 million. I initially thought that Iwobi was sold for about 40 million. But every time I look at the papers, when I look at the white papers, it's not. None of them are ever saying 40 million. They say in between 30 to 35 million. However, his name's not on here. His name's not in here. Second on the list anyway is Anelka, bro. Second on the list is Anelka. That is someone we sold back in 1999, bro. 1999. And then Alexis Sanchez, who we more or less didn't even sell. We swapped him, but we just put a value. We put a value on it. We swapped him for Mkhitaryan, direct swap. But at the time, the value of the player and the other player would have been about 35 million. So that's why it's gone down as that. But there was no money that exchanged hands when we sold Alexis Sanchez. We know that. It was just a straight swap. So there's been a problem at Arsenal There's been a problem at Arsenal for years, bro. For years, man. And we need to rectify this problem. We need to start making things happen, selling players for peas, man. And it's one of the reasons Arsenal are now looking at young players. We're being linked with a whole host of these young players from Barcelona Academy, from the PSG Academy, from the Ajax Academy. We're looking at all these different academies, all superstar players now, because what we want to do, one of the main focuses for Arsenal is player sales, ROI on those player sales as well. We're gonna find these young players, and we might find a few diamonds, a few gems that will come through and make it happen at Arsenal. But the main focus for that approach is so they can churn over money. It's another source of income for the football club. Do you understand? And that's going to be a big focus now. A big focus is player sales. So this summer, that is what another big focus is going to be. I'm surprised, being the 3rd of June, we haven't really got anything concrete for any of these players moving out the door and leaving the football club. The player sales, ROI, is so important from player sales now, and that's the point I wanted to make. That Stan Kroenke and them lot, that the meetings that they're probably having, the financial meetings that they're having, is all about Mikel Arteta deliver, not just Mikel Arteta, but that whole team, the Arsenal. Forget the players and talk about Edu, Arteta, Garlic, Tim Lewis, everyone involved in those decisions. They need to start delivering an ROI on player sales. And I think that is a big emphasis on what we're doing moving forward, especially from the perspective of KSC and them lot. So, yeah, ESR, all these players that we're going to talk about now, let's see how much money we get for them. But they are going to be sold, because that is the focus, and we can't accept this anymore. These numbers that we see on the screen, we can't accept this anymore. We need to start becoming a football club whereby we know every single summer we've got 2 players that we can sell for a combined 80 million, a combined 100 million. And these are players that don't really mean anything to us. Not don't mean anything to us, but do you know what I mean? They're not like the first team players. Come on, we see Liverpool do it. We're seeing so many teams around in the Premier League do it, man. Brighton, prime example. Brighton are a prime example. Look what they've done with flipping Moses Caicedo. Moses Caicedo was picked up for £3 million, bruv. 3 million. Matoma picked up for about 2-3 million. Crazy. So this is what teams are doing now, man. Wax, when we start winning trophies, we will sell players with ease for good money. Yeah, not necessarily. Look, that's not about winning trophies to sell players with ease. You can sell players with ease with just having a competent negotiator, a competent person that understands how to fucking sell a player, how to sell a product. Do you know what I mean? How to get a club to want this player. How do we get a club to want this player? How? There's ways around this. There's ways, man. And of course, it does involve the manager, because the manager needs to give these guys minutes. There has to, if there's an agenda for ESR not to play ESR, or to sell ESR, then you need to find a way to sell him. How do I find a way to sell him? A part of that is by giving the guy minutes. And that could have been a reason as to why ESR was being given more minutes than Fabio Vieira. Because a person that is being, what they're basically saying at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, is that Fabio Vieira is not going anywhere. Fabio Vieira, it's been confirmed that Fabio Vieira is not going anywhere. And I know some of you guys are not going to be happy with it. I know. Like, I'm happy with it. I have to be totally honest. I'm happy with it. I like Fabio Vieira. I know most of you guys are not going to be happy with it. But the true fact of the matter is Fabio Vieira's got qualities. We just need to get them out of him. We need to get him mentally ready. Mikel Arteta, this needs to be the season for me. Like, I'm willing to give this guy one more season, and then I will, then I will side with the people that are saying actually he's dead, he's not good enough, so on and so forth. Oh, come on, get off the screen, man. Oh, no, it's not come to the screen. Then I will side with the people that are saying he's dead, he's not good enough, blah 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 blah. Because I disagree, and I've done the eye test on Fabio Vieira to know enough about this player and to say that this player is good enough. As long as he's given the confidence, he's a quality player. He is a quality player. People have given up on him already, so be it. But I swear to you, I've got a feeling this is the season whereby he makes every single one of you Dons eat your words. And every one of you guys in a WhatsApp group, that are in the chat right now, this is for you, blood, because don't come back and start supporting Fabio when he turns up, blood. Yeah, you man have dropped him. You man have dropped him. You man are saying he's X, Y, and Z. Cool. Each to their own. You can have your opinion, but I'm telling you now, when Fabio starts cooking, I don't want to see you. I don't want to see you jump on the bandwagon, bruv. You best stay in your lane. You best stay in your fucking lane, blood. Yeah. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Fabio's staying. It's confirmed here. Fabio is expected to stay at Arsenal this summer. Fabio is not one of the players that Arsenal are happy to sell for the right price. Mikel Arteta views him as an important member of the squad and rates him highly. Okay, so let's see what happens, man. Like I said to you guys, I'm going to be, I'm going to be harsh. I'm going to be stern with this, Don, and I'm going to say to him, you know what, bro? This is the season where you need to cook. You've had enough time to adapt. I know you've had 1 or 2 injuries. There have been moments where you've looked good, and I know what you're capable of doing. So what I need you to do now, Fabio, is in every single fucking game, you see the way Phil Foden plays, and he goes out there and he shows a next level of determination whereby he wants to make it happen in every single game. He doesn't hide. He doesn't shy away. He always wants to get on the ball. He's always demanding for the ball. He's always running into space, asking for the ball. That's exactly what I expect from you, Fabio, yeah? Because I know you have got it, blood. I know you have it, bro. I just need you to come out of that little fucking shell and show the world that you are the playmaker that I know you are, bro. And this is the season where you need to fucking step up, cuz. Yeah? I need you everywhere on that pitch, demanding for the ball. I need you to get on the ball at every given second and make it happen, blood. Execute those patterns and make it fucking happen, bro. Yeah? Because I know Fabio can do it. I know Fabio can do it. I know he can do it, bruv. But Mikel Arteta really needs to put him in a fucking headlock and squeeze his head until he screams. And then he realizes what he needs to fucking do. And then he will get on that pitch and perform. Yeah? Yeah, just like fucking, who said it the other day? I think it was Jose or Pep, one of those. Yeah, I have to rate them for this. I think it was Jose. No, Carlo Ancelotti. I say, you know, Carlo Ancelotti's a don. He says, listen, see some of these players, the ones that are really good, that don't step up, and you know they're good, what you got to do with them is you got to hit them. I don't promote, I don't condone it, yeah? But I swear to you, this is exactly what Arteta needs to do with Fabio. He needs to take him in a room. He needs to take him into a fucking, into a white padded room, and there's that's him everywhere until the guy wakes up. Because I'm telling you, the moment the guy wakes up, Fabio is cooking. Fabio is cooking. If he was with Pep Guardiola, we wouldn't be having these conversations right now. Because Fabio would have woken up under Pep. He would have woken up. Pep Guardiola would have woken this guy up. He'll be performing like fucking Bernardo Silva. He'll be a hybrid of Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. I've already told you. I already told you what the qualities that this guy's got. Some people are gonna laugh. Some people are gonna say, "Oh, wax, you're delusional, clown." All of that. Whatever you want to say, I'm all here for it, blood. Yeah, yeah, I'm all here for it, blood. Yeah, it's fine, because I know what type of player this guy is. It's just, I'm showing you what he needs to do in order to be that, to unlock that player. I can't tell you right now whether he's going to unlock it. I can't tell you because it's down to Fabio Vieira. It's down to this guy to unlock it. I'm telling you now, once Fabio Vieira unlocks the fucking door, he becomes a hybrid of Phil Foden and Bernardo Silva, blood. The guy's got those qualities, and people are going to laugh, but I'm telling you, that's what he's got. If he had Pep Guardiola, he'd probably be that after 2 seasons. He'll probably be that after 2 seasons, blood. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Big up all the guys in the building, though, man. There's so many comments coming in. Way over 200 people locked in. Make sure we are hitting the like button. All of that. We appreciate you. Good morning, Monday afternoon, whatever, wherever you're watching from. It's morning, afternoon for some people. Wayne says Fabio's a baller. I mean, there's guys in the chat that will agree with the Fabio being a baller, and there's guys that will be like, "No, you man got scams with Fabio. Look at that. You man got scams with Fabio Vieira. Simple. LOL settings." Let's run through some of these comments. Franklin says, "How can he do it if he doesn't get the starts?" This is it, though. Big up Franklin. I exactly. This is a problem. Mikel and I'm so good that this publication has come out and told us that Mikel Arteta does see him as an important player because maybe this is the season. This is the season. Another pre-season. We go away. We get you on the weights. We get you eating some yams, some dumplings, some fucking jerk chicken, some mutton. We get you eating something, Fabio, and we just slap you, bro, until you wake up and say, you know what, I'm here. I'm fucking here. Because that's what we need from Fabio, bro. That's all we need from Fabio. The way Odegaard has just stepped up and said, I'm here, bro. I'm the captain. I'm the leader. Give me the ball. I'm going to make it happen. You run. I'll find you. That is what Fabio needs to do, blood. Over the past 12 months, Odegaard, over the past 24 months, Odegaard has grown that type of confidence. You go and look at Odegaard in the first 6 months, the first 12 months at Arsenal, guy was shy. Guy, every time he got the ball, he wanted to give it to someone else, didn't really want to dictate, didn't really want to be that playmaker. You go and look at Odegaard today. Odegaard is just a mentality monster today. Mentality monster, bro. And there's going to be people that disagree with that. People that are still going to call him out and, hey, Flick. You know, people can do whatever they want. But the reality of it is Martin Odegaard has transformed into a mentality monster. One of the best players on the planet at this moment in time, for a fact. You know what I mean? So that's what we need from Fabio. I want to stop waffling on from Fabio right now because I swear we're going in on Fabio. But this is how much I rate him. Let's see what he can actually do this season because Mikel Arteta believes in him. And let's see, bro. Watching you at work, Wax. Get me through the day, bro. Big up my guy, Adam. Gid says he needs to smell the coffee and fix up. Exactly. This is what Fabio Vieira needs to do, man. I can see people laughing. Wax, Fabio needs to get that yearly pure gym membership. See, like I said, I don't even think with Fabio, I don't think it's a physical thing as much. He can obviously get into the gym. I just think it's all up here. It's all up here for Fabio. The moment it unlocks up here for Fabio, I swear to you, Fabio will cook and cook and cook. He just needs to come out of his shell. He needs to show more willingness to want to get on the ball. More willingness to want to be that guy. The moment he shows that, the moment he can just be that guy. And I think that has to come with him setting that precedent amongst the players as well, letting the players know. Don't be shy of Saka. Don't let Saka be the star boy. Stand out, bro. Let them know that I'm fucking here, cuz. That's it, bro. Anyway, we've got different mentality, clearly. Anyway, let's move on from this guy. We're waffling on about Fabio Vieira. He's staying regardless how people feel about it. And let's see what he can do. Next season is the season where I expect him to turn up. If he doesn't, then I'll be on side with the people that don't want him here. Because I can't stand. I'm not going to stand for no bullshit. But I have to be real and say, listen, he hasn't had a fair opportunity. And when I have seen him play, he has cooked for Arsenal. I think he's been missing in moments, but he's had some good ones as well. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. Keep hitting that like button. Way over 200 people still locked into this one. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, man. If you are new, let me know that you're new and subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this video. We need as much help as we can get. You know, we don't get redirects and things like that over here. We don't have every single content creator supporting our channel over here, unfortunately. Big up, Egal. I'm not too sure if he's still in here, but yeah, we don't get that support. So we need you guys to do it for us. All right, we need YouTube to really help us. Okay, moving on to another person that is looks like he's going to be leaving, and that's Emile Smith-Rowe. Fulham have apparently made an approach, according to some of the reports. I doesn't say it here, but I was reading some things this morning. It suggests that Fulham and another team, Fulham have made an approach, or someone's made an approach to sign ESR, and it does look like ESR is done at Arsenal, man. Fabio technical, he knows how to finish and he holds up the ball. It's Arteta to blame with Fabio, not Fabio. Big up Ace 12. Yeah, I agree, man. I think this. Like Fabio just needs to do more, and I think we need to kind of Mikel Arteta needs to unleash him. Mikel Arteta needs to allow him to express himself, blood. You know, stop trying to be some guy that retains possession and focuses on just keeping the ball, man. Be more expressive, to take more risks, get forward, dictate, really be that guy. Do you know what I mean? What else we got to say? Well, the tragedy here is that Wax is spot on, whilst I suspect Arteta ain't got a clue how to get the most out of Fabio. I swear, if I had him, if I was managing Arsenal, bro, Mikel Arteta might as well employ me as the assistant manager, mate. You know what I mean? I'll tell you now. I'll get these guys amped, bro. I'll get these guys ready. Proper monster mentality. We'll be going out there going mental. What's happened to Ty has happened to you, bro. Oh shit, man are calling me Ty, cuz. What? Because I backfire. That's so crazy. Like, you can't tell me I'm tired. Like, you see me dripping in Arsenal gear, bro. You see me dripping in Arsenal gear, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Fabio doesn't need to be physical. He needs to be smart. He just needs to be that guy. Yeah, man. He needs to just grow mentally, bro. That's all it is. That's all it is. Big up Cap and Hex. He said 3rd of June wax and 0 ins and outs. Lots of work to do this summer. Hope we start the work real soon. Absolutely, man. The most important thing is we get those players out the door nice and early, man. Nice and early. By the time the window opens, I did say the other day it was the 9th, but I believe someone in the chat said it was the 14th. And according to what I've read, I think it is the 14th. But we need to get players out the door straight away. Like, you know what I mean? We need to get players out the door straight away. Ty is a super fan. No violations around here. No, big up Ty, man. Big up Ty. I got nothing against Ty, bro. Anyway, let's move on. ESR is going to be out the door. No surprise there. Who else we got going out the door? No one as of yet. We're still being linked with this guy here. What's his name? Bakayoko from PSV. Fabrizio Romano mentions Arsenal have been linked with Johan Bakayoko of PSV in the Dutch media. For now, I am told there are many clubs keen on Bakayoko, but so far nothing is advanced with any particular club. For example, there's interest also from Germany, but from England too. It's an open situation, but one to develop in the next weeks rather than now. So, yeah, he's basically saying nothing's happening. Obviously, Arsenal are there. Teams in England are looking at him. Why wouldn't they be, more or less? But nothing's kind of advanced. Bakayoko is a good player, but I don't think Arsenal are going to go for a winger. I don't think Arsenal are going in the market for anyone that can be any type of threat to Saka, and that is the truth. That is the honest truth, blood. Like, Arsenal are not trying to sign any player that can be a potential threat to Saka. You understand? What we're going to do is Saka's the star boy, so we're not gonna sign a winger. The only winger we're ever going to sign is someone on the left-hand side that's going to be there to replace Martinelli or replace Trossard. That is what Arsenal will do. Saka will never have a person that's going to come in and be signed whereby he starts feeling... You understand? It's never going to be that, bro. The alternative right winger this season is probably going to be Jesus. Jesus is going to play that right wing role. Benjamin Sesko goes down the middle. We're going to get to Benjamin Sesko in a minute, but in my opinion, I believe the deal's done. Yeah, there's a lot's going to be done in terms of I'm forgetting myself here. Not a lot's going to be done in terms of the attacking positions. We're just going to sign Benjamin Sesko, and that's probably about it. Everything else is going to be a central midfielder and defenders and a goalkeeper as well, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, we are being linked with this young player here. Arsenal have inquired with Barcelona over the availability of a 19-year-old Senegal defender, Mikayil Faye. Young player. Can't really give you much details on this young player because I don't really know who he is, what he's capable of doing. So yeah, there's not an opinion here for this player. But Barcelona have always produced good young academy products. So you can only, under that basis and under the history that we know of Barcelona, you would just automatically assume the player is a baller. Big up my guy Tristan, man. Good to see you in the building, my guy. Now, but love and respect to you, broski. What position does Kadioglu play? Says Katz. He plays as a left back, left winger. Arsenal are looking at him for the left back role, but he does play as a left winger as well. I would see him looking at his highlights. He does look more of a left back to me, or a left wing back, which is kind of like the new left back now, isn't it? It's like you don't have left backs anymore. It's just straight left wing back. Yeah, you do a. I mean, it's the same thing really. Full backs, left backs were more or less doing the same thing as a left wing back. but they probably just didn't. They weren't as creative. They were probably better defensively than they were offensively. Mikel is obsessed with all of these young players. Well, you know, Mikel's a part of the new thing, isn't it? What don't you man know, bruv? His man ain't had your initiation yet. I understand. Okay. All right. No, you man don't understand the settings. Tom Cruise and them, man. No. That's wild. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Yeah, no, young players. Arsenal are doing Project Youth, isn't it? They're doing Project Youth. Vinicius Jr. is a star boy, not Saka. Remember that. Trossard played a fraction of all of the time, plays on the left, took penalties and finished with 3 goals less. Yan Darnie, we talking about, cuz, man? You nutter. Don't even know what he's talking about over there. How is Eddie still here? Need the 14 free for a special player. I've got a feeling Arsenal are going to retire that 14 shirt, to be quite fair. No, they're going to retire that. They're going to retire that shirt. It'd be interesting to see who Arsenal actually bring in to use that 14 shirt. Let's be real now. Okay, let's move on. Again, I can't give you much information about this young player that you see on your screen right now, but it's a player that Arsenal are looking at. But let's move on to the main topics of discussion. Now, I did want to quickly mention that Arsenal are in conversations to sign Mark Gahey. You can also see Eze and Elise on the screens. Now, there's a Manchester United, what they're trying to do at this moment in time is they are trying to convince Crystal Palace to sell all 3 of those players. They've even got, you know what Man United have done? Man United have also got Alex Ferguson on the phone. Alex Ferguson has been on the phone to Crystal Palace with the intentions of convincing them of selling all 3 of their star men to Manchester United. They're going to do a mad thing. Like, they want to spend 200 million on that Crystal Palace trio. Mark Gahey, Eze, and Elise. That is what Man United are doing. However, Arsenal are interested in all 3 of the players, but we're not going to be moving for any of them other than Mark Gahey. I think that's the only player that Arsenal could potentially move for because of they want to bring in another centre-back, and we've been told that Arsenal want to look at centre-backs. United are trying to do some serious business. Exactly, man. The iconic 14 shirt will probably go to Sesko. Big up Golden Chipipo. Absolutely. You probably got a point there. It'll probably go to Sesko. What other good numbers do we have? I mean, who's on number 9? Jesus, he's not leaving. Number 10 is, it could be number 10. He could be on number 10. If ESR goes, that number 10 could be given to Benjamin Sesko. That's still available. I always wanted to see Odegaard as the number 10. I wanted him to wear the number 10 shirt. United's transfer news is just all of their star men leaving. Varane, Casemiro, Rashford, Bruno. Yeah, Bruno. That's a weird one as well, man. There could be a surprise Bruno departure. They're going to build their team around Manu and Garnacho and them lot. That's what they're going to do. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on to our main topics, man. Main topics. So, guys, big up Egal for this picture. I think it was Egal. Yeah, it was Egal that posted this picture. He's in the chat. Egal, you still watching, buddy? Yeah. So Benjamin Sesko was in London. Yeah, he was in London, ladies and gentlemen. On Saturday, of course, Champions League was held at Wembley. So let's not get too excited. So Benjamin Sesko was in London, but let's be honest now. With everything we kind of know up until now, we do know Arsenal and Benjamin Sesko would have linked up and they would have, trust me, facts. Someone from Arsenal, he would have jumped in the car, had a little zing around the city, been escorted by some sort of Arsenal representative. It could have been Edu. Edu could have been chilling with him in the back of a flipping one of those Mercedes space cruisers and just riding around, blacked out windows, letting him know what's going on around here. Here's London Colney, here's this. Now, they could have done that without even signing a deal, blood. You know, you just showing him what's going on. According to the reports that are coming out anyway, Arsenal have launched a bid, a 55 million pounds bid or euro bid, one of the two. One other report says the same thing, but then that bid's set to be rejected because the asking price is 65 million euros and it's 55 million euros that Arsenal have offered. Now, it wouldn't make sense. Why would Arsenal do that? If there's a release clause to be triggered, then I'm sure they would put the money down on the table instantly to trigger the release clause. Mikel Arteta has been very adamant that he wants this deal done as soon as possible. Give me Benjamin Sesko now. Like these guys, I don't want to see Dons getting on planes to go to Euros without Benjamin Sesko here, signed, sealed, and delivered. Pictures, everything, video on Instagram, video on Twitter, you know, video for Wax channel, all of that. You know what I mean? All of that. That's what Mikel Arteta wants, bro. He wants this signed, sealed, and delivered ASAP. So according to what's being said, Arsenal have launched a bid. But this is a picture here. Benjamin Sesko and his agent were in London last night watching the UCL final. No coincidence here, or is there? Look, everyone, there's a lot of people at that final. But for Benjamin Sesko to really care about being at the Champions League final, I think it's not a coincidence, bro. I don't think it's a coincidence. Do you know them way there? I think he was there on the same night as the final. So it wasn't obvious, but you wasn't there to watch the final, blood. Yeah, you was there to link up with Arsenal, blood. It was obvious. Yeah, don't let these guys fool you. What's his agent? What? His agent and him. Oh, yeah, we're boys. We're going to go and watch the... No, man, get out of it. We're only linking up for business, blood. Yeah, I'm not rolling around with my agent like he's my brethren. Sit my brethren. Yeah, I don't give you 20% to be my brethren. Go and fucking do your job. No, I'm joking. Now, real talk, I don't think they were here to watch to just watch the Champions League. I think they were here to definitely talk with Arsenal, iron out more details, etc., really, really break the ice and get this one over the line, more or less. And that's what's been taking place, in my opinion. And I think this one will be done. It will be the marquee signing for us. So it will be the top signing, but there will be another probably one or two, you know, top quality signings, but we're going to do everything we can to get them cheap, like the Yusuf Fofana one, X, Y, and Z. There's a couple of ones that are pretty couple players that are pretty good that we could get for cheap. Yusuf Fofana, obviously, being one of them. Arsenal have submitted an offer to buy Benjamin Sesko, as been reported. It's been reported that the offer is estimated to be 55 million euros, although it's unlikely to be accepted due to the active release clause of 65 million. And it's been published by the Court of Side. Now, look, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, why would Arsenal wouldn't make sense for me to put a bid on the table knowing what the numbers are. You know, I don't think Arsenal are trying to do that. I don't think Arsenal would do that, bro. So I think if a bid has officially been launched by Arsenal for Benjamin Sesko, it's a bid that's more or less going to be accepted. Whether it's been accepted yet or not remains to be seen. Remember, based on what this is saying, it's saying it's estimated to be 55 million, although it is unlikely. That's the key words that you have to take from that whole paragraph, is unlikely, because unlikely means it's not guaranteed, but they might not even have looked at it. They might not even have received the flipping offer yet. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really don't know. Is Sesko coming or not, Wax Bud? He's definitely coming, bro. He is definitely coming. Apparently, his agent was also with Chelsea owners too, fella. No, you really think he's gonna want to go to Chelsea? That shit show? No way, bloods. Let's not be silly now, man. Listen to your boy. Listen to your boy. Benjamin Sesko's coming to Arsenal. Do you want Benjamin Sesko? Says Red Smoke. Listen, he's not my number one priority. My number one priority would have been Victor Gyökeres. My whole stance on Benjamin Sesko is I'm not going to be disappointed with Benjamin Sesko, but what I want is another striker to be signed with Benjamin Sesko. We're selling Eddie Nketiah, and Jesus is going to be used as a midfielder. That, for me, gives us space for two strikers. Benjamin Sesko's got all the potential, And he's showing me, a lot of quality whereby you would say in the next couple of years, this guy could actually be one of the best players in the world. But what I want right now is that statement signing whereby it puts fear out there. And we go and, more or less aim to win the league that same season. You don't want to finish back-to-back 8th and then say to the world, oh, actually, what we're going to do instead of, finish back-to-back 8th. You don't want to finish second back-to-back, and then go and tell the world that, oh, instead of signing a big bad boy striker that has proven to the world that he can bag, we're going to go and sign potential. It didn't really sit right with me. And, I know you've put question mark Kai Havertz, but you see Kai Havertz for me, right? Kai Havertz can rotate with Saka. Kai Havertz can play on the right-hand side. Kai Havertz can come off the bench, Like, you could put Kai Havertz on the left if you wanted to. Kai Havertz can play in those advanced attacking positions. He can play in those advanced attacking positions. Playing Kai Havertz down the middle, we just got to hope Benjamin Sesko bags. We've got to hope that I don't really feel like he's not going to bag. I feel like he's going to hit the ground running. And my opinion has slightly changed over the last time I shared my opinion with you over Benjamin Sesko back in January. And that's because he's gained form in January. And obviously, I've done a bit more eye test on Benjamin Sesko. When we were originally talking about Benjamin Sesko in the January of this year, looking at the stats, looking at what he was like in the Champions League, I thought he was wasteful. His stats weren't really, speaking numbers. So I said, yeah, look, potential, I like him, but we need someone else. We need someone that's clinical, blood. Since then, maybe he heard my opinion. He heard the opinion of many people and decided to step up, scored a number of goals since then. The averages changed since then. And obviously, I was watching him in training and things like that. He does look well drilled, man. He's really tall. We saw the jump that he was making in the video yesterday on Saturday. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. The leap off the ground is mad. He's jumping higher than the goal. He was jumping higher than the goal, fam. And I already know that he's got pace. He's a good technical player. So I just wanted someone else that had proven that they can bag, that can come in and more or less be our Haaland. And people are going to say, Benjamin Sesko will be our Haaland. But what I mean by be our Haaland is Haaland was doing numbers, crazy amount of numbers for Dortmund. Haaland had already built up a presence in Europe whereby he was one of the most feared strikers in Europe. So the moment Man City signed Haaland, game over. The fear spread across the whole planet, the whole league, the Champions League. It spread like wildfire. And next thing you know, Man City went and done the treble. They went and done a treble. And that's because of the impact and the statement that signing made to the rest of the game. Now, Benjamin Sesko isn't going to make that same impact. He might on the ground, he might eventually, but I don't think he's going to make that same impact mentally. People ain't going to look at Benjamin Sesko signing for Arsenal and saying, oh my God. But the moment you do that with Gyökeres, you're telling me people ain't going to be like that with Gyökeres. People have looked at Gyökeres' numbers, and Gyökeres' numbers, out of all of the strikers that have been in the Portuguese league for the past 5, 6, 7 years, they have struggled to do what Gyökeres has done in his first season over there. So that right there puts fear out. That right there makes you look at Gyökeres as like, oh my God, Gyökeres is one of the best strikers on the planet. If he stays at Sporting Lisbon and does it one more season again, 40 plus goals again, bro, whoever signs him, which will probably then be someone like a Real Madrid or someone like a Barcelona or like someone that really mean business. We can't say Arsenal really mean business at this moment in time. We might just be, I don't know. We have to see. We have to wait, man. We have to reserve our judgment on if Arsenal mean business or not. Well, this is a summer where we'll be able to make that determination as well. But if he wouldn't have done that one more season, he goes to another club, the fear that would put out to all of the other clubs in the industry would lead to Barcelona or whatever club signing him to go on and do a madness. And that's what Arsenal need to do. If Arsenal signed Gyökeres, it would have the same effect that it had when Man City signed Haaland. And that would give us so much more confidence. That would give us so much more, in so many different departments. I think Arsenal will fly through the league. fly through the league, and that title will be ours with Gyökeres. You add Gyökeres to this team. You add Gyökeres and what Gyökeres can do on and off the ball. There's an interesting stat going around at the moment. As we do know, Gyökeres actually won the ball back more than any other player in the Portuguese league. In the Portuguese league. That's crazy. That's a crazy stat to have. You won possession back more than any other player in the league, and you're a striker. Flipping hell. But him and Odegaard actually sit in, he sits number one and Odegaard sits second, I think, in winning the ball back the most this season. I think that's the most in that one there. That stat was for the final third. Who's won the ball back in the final third more than anyone? Gyökeres was top because that's where he's won the ball back most of the time, but he still had won the ball back more than anyone in that league. Can you imagine having him and Odegaard in your front, in your attack, pressing defenders, with Jesus pressing as well? You know, bro. I don't really know about Benjamin Sesko's pressing game. I don't really know what he's like in that type of system and if he's good in that department. But we're definitely going to find out because this is the player that will be coming to Arsenal, ladies and gentlemen. Big up all the new subscribers in the building. Make sure you are subscribers to the channel. All of that. We are here on a daily talking football. Today, we are literally just going all in on Arsenal, man. Didn't really have many reports coming from other football clubs. So it's just been strictly Arsenal today. But make sure you subscribe, hit the like button. Do follow me on Instagram. Link can be found in the description as well. Yeah, we're starting to get active on Instagram. So yeah, man, follow me on there. Follow me. All right. And the last player that we want to talk about before I run through more comments is my Nigerian brother, Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, yeah. Yes. Listen, hit up the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Get me well over 100 likes on this video. We appreciate every single one of you. Big up all the guys in the building. Gyökeres can play anywhere across the front three line, both-footed. Love, get Sesko. Both of them. This is what I was saying. You see, both of the players. What I was saying about Gyökeres as well in a previous stream is that we should get him and Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko is the same for anyone that doesn't know. Benjamin Sesko is. He can obviously he's a tall, lanky don. He's good with his head in the air. He's good in the air, right? But he can score with both left and right. Like he's comfortable with both left and right. He's both footed. Arsenal hardly do the obvious. We can all see. Oh, where's it gone? We can all see what we need, but they dilly-dally. The only reason we get Rice was because Man City showed interest and they knew they were about to lose him. Big up CNC. Get rid of Eddie and Jesus and bring in both. Facts. I'll do that. Good with your head. Why for that? This is what I'm saying, Brad. You have to be careful with what you say nowadays, man. Bloody hell. You think England will win the Euros? Nah, not with Gareth Southgate, blood. Not with Gareth Southgate. Max, I saw Martinelli crossed more balls in the box in a few minutes than Ben White in the whole season. That would be good for Sesko. Yeah, we put in a lot of balls into the box, a lot of crosses into the box throughout the season. And we sat there and we were saying to ourselves on stream, to ourselves, probably thinking out loud at the stadium, bro, we need a Giroud type player, blood. We need someone lanky, someone tall, someone that can get up and win these headers. Who are you crossing the ball to, blood? Jesus can't win headers. We've got Kai Havertz in there now. Kai Havertz can jump, but it's like he can't even. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like he's got no head. Kai Havertz, he scored one header for Arsenal all season, didn't he? But yeah, like Kai Havertz, man, you can't trust him to win you headers, bro. You can't trust him to win you headers. I swear to you. England selection is going to be like an amateur managing the squads. I looked at the Henri's French selection for the Olympics. Sedilia, my baller Sedilia is in there. Man like Sedilia, you know. Kylian Sedilia. That is my baller, blood. Arsenal should sign him. Even Lacazette got taken. Lacazette is actually gone to the Olympics with France, man. Big him up. Well deserved. Well deserved in 2 seasons. Lacazette scored like over 60 goals, blood. He's done well, man. Big up Eric and big up all the guys from Jamaica. Love the cap, Wax. What I'm talking about, not about MJ, Michael Jordan. Yeah, man. I love this cap, bro. I wear it every day. I'm not going to lie to you, blood. I love this cap. It's so comfortable for my head. And it doesn't actually, because of the material, it doesn't get dirty. And yeah, bro, it's a proper comfortable cap, man. And I've got about 10 caps in there, bro. But I don't really wear them. I don't wear none of them, man. Havertz is a strange player sometimes. Yeah, it's a weird one with Havertz, isn't it? Really weird. But anyway, moving on to Victor Osimhen, because I know a lot of people want to know what's going on with Victor. So Victor, this is crazy. Victor actually expects to be moving to Arsenal. I mean, with the way the reports are talking, he expects a bid to be launched by Arsenal to pull the trigger on his release clause so he can come to the Gunners. Now, I don't know how true this is, but it does say here Victor Osimhen is expecting an offer from Arsenal or Saudi Arabia. Victor Osimhen's dream of playing in the Premier League Victor Osimhen's dream is to play in the Premier League. With a move to Saudi Arabia, more a temptation for Napoli than the player. Napoli are insistent on his 130 million release clause being paid. Now, I just don't see Arsenal paying that. I don't see Arsenal breaking the bank for that, not when Benjamin Sesko is available for not even less than half that. You know them way there. So, yeah, all this Victor Osimhen stuff, take it with a pinch of salt. One thing I would say is Victor Osimhen probably will leave. As I said at the top of the stream, Victor Osimhen's going to leave. He's probably not going to come to Arsenal. He might go to another club. He's definitely going to go to another club. I predict that club to be PSG. I think what PSG are doing right now is PSG are trying to iron out the final details of Mbappe's exit. So obviously Mbappe is leaving. He's going to Real Madrid. Fabrizio Romano done a here we go on it a couple of days ago or over the weekend on Instagram. So he's 100% going to Real Madrid. So all us Arsenal fans, we need to stop talking about Mbappe now. Yeah, he's going to Real Madrid. But what they're going to do is they're going to iron out the final exit details. And obviously, at the moment, Mbappe is trying to get us the rest of his money out of PSG. PSG own Mbappe about 80 million pounds or 80 million euros. They are holding off for that money because, quite frankly, the owner isn't happy with the exit. He doesn't want Mbappe to leave. He didn't want Mbappe to leave. He thought Mbappe was going to sell his soul to PSG, and unfortunately, he hasn't sold it. So, they're haggling, they're holding on to some P's. Mbappe is going to go through a legal process, which should be in the next couple of days, weeks, to obviously get that P's out of PSG. Once there has been a confirmation that PSG will release that money to Mbappe, whether it's over a course of 2 years or whatever, they will then move on and get that Victor Osimhen deal done. So, Victor Osimhen to PSG, Benjamin Sesko to Arsenal. That is what the crack is going to be for this summer. So let's move on. Let's move into some of your comments, guys. That was the last major topic of discussion. Big up every single one of you. 250,000 people locked into this stream. We appreciate every single one of you. Hit the like button. Raise your coffees into the sky. My coffee's gone cold now. It is what it is. I love hot coffees, cold coffees. I'm part of the coffee gang. Yeah. Americanos, lattes, cappuccinos, espressos. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Coffee gang. Actually, I went and bought some fudge, yeah? What's the lady's name? I forgot the lady's name. Her husband was an Arsenal fan. So I was bantering with her and vibesing with her, and she sells fudges. And these are homemade fudges. And she had this coffee fudge, yeah? Oh, coffee and caramel. Oh, I have to go Shoreditch. I got to go and link this woman. I need some more fudge. Anyway, guys, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Honestly, I'll take Sesko over Osimhen any day. I would agree with that, you know. I would agree with that. I'm not really a fan of Osimhen. I'm not really a fan. I've told you guys recently that I think that Osimhen is going to be like a Nicolas Pepe 2.0. That's how it's going to be at Arsenal. I don't think it's going to work. Pause. So many pauses. Did I need a pause in there? Oh, man. Bare pauses. The gang just paused for me, blood. Do Barcelona still owe Frankie de Jong all that money? Interesting. I think they do. What they've done with Frankie de Jong is they increased, they gave him a new contract and they kind of averaged out how much money they owe him and they factored that into his contract. So in order for Frankie de Jong to get every single penny that they owe him, he has to stay there right to the end of his contract. I don't think that's going to be the case. Someone will obviously go in and try and sign Frankie de Jong. I would like to think it would be Arsenal, because Frankie de Jong is definitely one of my favorite players. So he's never leaving. That's what I was saying. Barcelona made Frankie de Jong sell his soul to them, bro. I'm telling you. It's not even a joke, man. Oh, they brought him in. Frankie de Jong is done. He's done. Sesko will become Doncic of football. Mark my words. Doncic, I don't even know who Doncic is, bruv. Let me quickly research that. Oh my god, look at me. Luka Doncic. Like I know him. Luka Doncic. Yeah. I'm gonna act like I'm that Tottenham fan. Remember that Tottenham thing that we watched the other day? I know a number of people have reacted to it since I've done it. Yeah. That fraudulent Tottenham fan. Yeah. Do you know about Empty Cabinet? He's like, yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get him though. What position does he play? Bro, this is a basketball player you got me looking at, bro. Well, is he some sort of legend in basketball? I'm not really a basketball guy, man, unfortunately. My boys are, but I've never really followed basketball like that. I've never really followed basketball like that. People are going to be like, oh, Wax, you're dead. Sorry, guys, sorry. Empty cabinets is what I'm saying, cuz. That was the funniest. That was the funniest. Wax also baiting. Listen, I did not say I know who anyone is. Who the hell is Luka Doncic? This guy's a baseball player or basketball player, cuz. I don't know who this Don is. I don't know who this Don is. I didn't even act like I knew who this Don is. I just see the name and said, yeah! Fraudulent activities at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine supporting Spurs. I know, man. I say to my boys, like, I've only got like 2 boys that support Spurs. How did you support Spurs, man? They regret it, though. I have to be honest. They regret it. They actually told me the other day that's one of the biggest regrets that he ever made, that they supported Spurs. I can't believe it. That they actually admit it. They actually admit it. How many more Tottenham fans will come out and admit that they regret supporting that football club? That is crazy. Wax, have you heard about the Barcelona defender, Mikayil Faye? Yeah, we were just talking about him. Don't know much about him, though. Spurs re-signed Werner on loan. That's the ambitions of that bum club. Is Ramsdale leaving this summer? It does look like it, man. Arsenal are looking to replace him with another player. Craig says, I'll take Sesko, but Isak was the man I want to get to. Toon don't want to sell, but he was the man, defo. Yeah, Isak is a good player, man. I'll definitely take Isak. Look, I'm happy with Benjamin Sesko. If he can produce what he's been producing in the second half of the season for RB Leipzig, and really just keep developing and produce goals after goal, then I have no problems. Like, looking at his potential, looking at the player that he can become, I have no qualms. Like, I like Benjamin Sesko. My only problem is Benjamin Sesko, this 21-year-old now, to his birthday was a few days ago, is he going to come in and be that guy for us? Is he going to come in and be that guy for us? I don't know if he is. He might be that guy for us next season. He might, or not this season coming, but the next season or the season after that. He might be that guy in 2 years. You don't want to put pressure. Like, we know, like Højlund, like you look at Højlund at Manchester United, yeah? We know Højlund has got the potential to be a good striker. But for you to go and get Højlund and then say, yeah, 83 million, straight Man United, first team, first name on the sheet, go on, go for it, guys. Bro, where the fuck has that got Man United, bro? They finished 3rd before they signed this guy. This guy's got all the potential. He's the next Haaland. He's this, that, the other. They've signed him for all this money, and they finished 8th, bro. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen to Arsenal, but the comparison I'm making here is you don't want to bring in a young player that's got potential that can go on and be that guy and solely rely on him being that guy. Doesn't make any sense, bro. If he's that guy, it's a bonus. What we need to do is we need to go out there now and get a guy that knows a guy. We need to go out there and get a guy that we know is a guy. Just like they did, just like Man City did. You know, they went out there and got themselves a guy that they knew was a guy, Haaland. And they proved it in the first season by doing the treble. Come on, man. Let's make the same statement. Let's make the same statement, as well as signing Sesko. You think of it, if you could sign Sesko and Gyökeres, let's say we get Gyökeres for about 80 million, you sign Sesko for his release clause. You're only paying about 30 million more than you pay for Declan Rice. You're paying 30 million pounds more than you pay for Declan Rice, and you're going to transform your attack for the next 4+ years. Gyökeres is going to be a goal-scoring machine until he's probably done in the game. 25, 26 now. He's at his peak. He's going to continue to bag goals, 20+ goals every single season until he's at 34, 35. It's going to be a Jamie Vardy thing for him, 110%. And then you've got the potential and the quality from Benjamin Sesko, who's just turned 21. He's going to be here for the next 10 years. Come on, man. For 130 M's. Come on, man. What are you talking about? Go and make that happen, bro. Get rid of Eddie. Get rid of Jesus and make that happen, bro. That's game-changing. That's game-changing. That's future-changing. That's everything, bro. That's everything. I think Arsenal will sign Hato. Yeah, we're going to be signing a lot of young players, man. What's the crack with the homegrown quota? Who's going to be the 8? I have no idea. I have no idea. It's going to be interesting to see how Arsenal manage that, isn't it? It's going to be extremely interesting to see how Arsenal manage this homegrown situation, because there's a number of homegrown players that we want to sell. ESR, Eddie, Reese, Ramsdale. That's 4. That's 4 homegrown players. According to my knowledge, we only have about 9 that are registered. So if we sell 4 of the 9, it means we need to replace 3 of them at a bare minimum in order to register a 25-man squad. What 3 do we bring in? What homegrown players? And please don't tell me about youth. Don't tell me about youth players. Don't tell me about players that are under the age of 21. We're talking about senior players, right? We need homegrown senior players. Okay. Who are we going to replace them with? Like what 3 English players, homegrown players, are we going to bring in? Don't know, man. Big up Leslie says, just don't want Osimhen. There is a reason other big clubs aren't interested in paying his release clause. Exactly. He's a raw talent, man. He's raw. He's the type of guy you put a ball on a plate for him and it bounces off his shin. You're those raw dons, cuz. Like he tries to get his foot behind it and he doesn't. It bounces off his kneecap. You know those raw dons. I don't think he's that raw, but you know he's raw. There will be moments where you see that. There will be moments where you see Victor Osimhen shoot, and you're saying to yourself, "Yeah, I swear he banged that with his shin." Anyway, Ezzy would be homegrown. Yeah, Ezzy's homegrown. He's English, bro. Eddie's English. Ezzy is English. He's from. He plays for England as well. He's been capped, so of course he'll be homegrown. De Gea and Lingard are better than Raya and Smith Rowe. Yeah, that's wild. To be honest, the Canadian Jonathan David is clear of Osimhen, but I'll probably take Jonathan David over Osimhen as well, to be quite fair. The UCL era is now over. We're moving into the Super Cup, the Champions League Super Cup. That's what it is now, boy. Didn't Haaland have worse stats than Sesko, though? Yes, he did when he was over in Italy. Yeah, he did. He did. I didn't understand why Man United were really going to put that type of money on Højlund's head. Didn't make any sense to me. The guy had like 7 goals in about 25, 30 games. It just didn't make any sense. And look, it hasn't really worked out, even though it will work out, because I know Højlund's got qualities. I've seen it. I understand the type of player he is. I'll take De Gea. I can't lie. But I said it a few weeks ago. I'll take him as well, man. Have him on the bench. Like, David De Gea is probably better than Raya. Like, let's be honest now. You know, David De Gea is not the greatest at bringing the ball out, but you have to think David De Gea had a poor defense at Man United for a very long time. Poor defense. You give David De Gea our defense, I don't think David De Gea has the same problems. I think he saves you more points over a course of a season than David Raya does. And Ramsdale. Do you know what I mean? Nothing but love and respect to you, Red Smoke, man. Big you up, man. Make sure you hit that like button before you leave, my guy. Don't worry, keep Jesus for 2 more years, then I'll come up. Listen, man, Jesus, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Jesus right now, to be quite fair. David De Gea would be a good cup keeper, absolutely. How much has Arsenal bid for Sesko? So according to the reports, it's 55 million euros. 55 million euros is what Arsenal have put down on the table for Benjamin Sesko. The same report, I'll put that report back on the screen. It basically says that it's unlikely to be accepted because the release clause is 65 million. To be quite fair, I don't think Arsenal would do such a stupid thing. If they know there's a release clause, I think they'll just pull the release clause. Don't know if I'm getting enough sound. I just think they'll pull the release clause. Let me see if I can see anything else online. I'm gonna stream for about another 5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. If you've got any questions, any comments that you want me to read, get them in right now. And hit that like button before you leave. Big up all the real ones. Big up all the new subscribers as well. We appreciate you. I'm just gonna see if there are anything new coming out. So a number of players have been released by Arsenal. Including Catalan Serjan from Romania, who actually is a good player. I don't know why we're releasing him or why we haven't given him a chance to play, but it does look like he's going to be released. Another one that's going to be released is John Jules, Tyrese John Jules, someone that has been here just like Catalan for a very, very long time. But unfortunately for him, he's going to be released, man. He's been on loan to Championship season after season after season. He's a lanky don, about 6'2". Good player, but unfortunately he's not going to make it here at Arsenal. I did know he weren't going to make it, but I did actually think Arsenal were going to give him like some type of chance. Like, come on, man. Why would you not give us the youngers chances, man? It's just annoying. Napoli are open to talking or to taking either. Oh, so we've got some new news. Metro just published this one. Napoli are open to taking either Smith Rowe or Tomiyasu as a part of a deal to sign Victor Osimhen. Oh, man, like, I don't know what's going on. I don't want Victor Osimhen, man. Seriously, I don't want Victor Osimhen. Can these reports stop linking us to Victor Osimhen, please? Can they please stop linking us to Victor Osimhen? Arsenal will listen to offers for Smith Rowe this summer after falling out of favour under Mikel Arteta. Arsenal will also consider offers for Eddie, Aaron, and Kieran Tierney, another player that needs to leave, man. Kieran Tierney. Oh my God! This is what I'm saying. This is how you know. This is how you know we are over in Dubai. We're over in Saudi Arabia trying to get money for Thomas Partey. But believe it or not, yeah, I'm not gonna. Nothing to do with Arsenal. Nothing to do with Arsenal, yeah. But I've just seen like 2 or 3 reports. Let me quickly find this one. Al Nazir are ready to pay £100 million for Casemiro, fam. Are you on crack? What? Edu, he better get over to Saudi Arabia right now. You better grab Thomas Partey by the scruff of his neck, take him over there with you, blood. Stick him in a suitcase, chuck him on the back of the private jet, take him over to Saudi Arabia right now, because there is money on the table right now. How can Al Nazir be ready to offer 90 to 100 million euros for Casemiro? No bloody way, bruv. No bloody way. Now, obviously, we don't know how true this is, but I swear to you, if this is true, £100 million for Casemiro. Edu better grab Thomas Partey by the scruff of his neck, chuck him in that briefcase, and chuck him on the back of that private jet. Fly him over there now, yeah? Tell him we'll buy him the house. We'll buy you the house. We'll buy you a house at the 100M. I'm telling you, if they can get 100M for Casemiro, how much money can we get for Thomas Partey? surely we can actually get a profit off the release clause that we triggered. 45 million is what we paid for Thomas. I'm sure we'll be able to get about 70 million pounds. Blood. If these idiots want to throw away money, please throw some my way. Big facts. Big facts. Football is on crack in 2024. It's gone crazy, man. It's gone crazy. Oh, man. Casemiro for 100 million pounds. Eddie better take Thomas Partey to Saudi right now. Take him. Just seeing if there's any more Arsenal news. Catalin's farewell message. Catalin put out a farewell message. Big him up, man. Big him up. Yeah, it looks like that's about it, man. What I'm going to do now then, ladies and gentlemen, is I'm going to read through 5 comments, then I'm going to wrap this up. Make sure we are hitting the like button, all of that type of stuff. Mbappe has joined Real Madrid. It is official. It is official, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get comments up. Let me close this window. Don't need you windows anymore. I don't need you windows anymore. What comments we got? What we got? Bro, Chiesa's turning 27 this time. Listen, Chiesa, I'll take him all day long, bro. What a baller he is. Barella's on the verge of signing a new contract as well. I know people in the chat would love to see Barella move to Arsenal. 65 million for Thomas Partey, 110%. We can get that. We can get that out of them. We can definitely get that out of them, bro. We should have sold them El Neni. They would have loved El Neni. Now, it's about reputation for them, innit? It's about reputation. They care about players with rep. Mohamed El Neni's got no rep. Now Madrid are like a cartoon all-star team. Exactly, man. They're the Master League team. They're Master League now, bro. Them settings are Master League settings, bro. Master League settings. Mbappe. Kevin De Bruyne might leave this summer. It might be our year. Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne could be going to Saudi Arabia as well. I mean, that's the spot for clubs now. That's the spot for clubs. Clubs, they want money. This is the reason why when we read the Victor Osimhen report earlier, it said that Napoli was more interested in getting Victor Osimhen over to Saudi Arabia because they want the money. They know how much money they're going to get. Or they know that their man over there are going to pull that trigger of 120 or 130 million euros without no if, buts, or maybes. No excuses. They're just going to pull it. That's what Napoli want. Napoli don't want to sit there and say, oh, all right, we'll accept 70 million and we take 2 players. They don't want to do that. KDB's still a baller. But his body's like Partey, always getting injured. And yeah, really slow, man. But then saying that, who did Kevin De Bruyne outpace? Oh yeah, he outpaced Partey, didn't he? The last time he played Man City, Partey played, and Kevin De Bruyne outpaced him, left him for dust. I was like, what the Kevin De Bruyne? What the fudge? What the fudge, blood? That's the new one. What the fudge? Will Osimhen really leave Napoli with Conte there? Yeah, they want to sacrifice him. They want to sacrifice him so they've got the money to revamp that team. Victor Osimhen don't want to be there anymore anyway. So it's kind of like, listen, if you don't want to be here, get out, bro. Fudge is the new one. Fudging fudge. You can scream that, blood. Yeah, fudge. Fudge is the new one. You mother fudger. You mother fudging fudge. Don't worry, Wax. Football is a team game, and Madrid will be weaker with too many stars. Big up my guy Farhad. Yeah, you probably got a point there. What's the wages? Big up Chin David. He says, what's Kylian's wages? I'm hearing he's on like 20 million euros, but he's on normal money. He's on normal money. However, they have given him 150 million signing on fee. 150 million signing on fee, blood. That is a lot of money, bro. That's going to be paid over the course of his contract, though. So I think he signed a 4 or 5 year deal. They're going to pay him 115 million over the course of that contract, as well as his wages, as well as the bonuses. Damn, the guy's going to be eating regardless, bro. Real Madrid weaker, if only. I know. The ego is buff. When you got Carlo, when you got Don Carlo, bro, he's gonna put egos in the headlock and tell the man, shut your mouth. Left back at Fenerbahce, yeah. What up with that, Wax? I have a feeling with Jose going there now, not gonna be remotely easy. You might have a point, man. Kadioglu, I'm not too sure how serious Arsenal are about getting it done. We had a bid rejected. I haven't heard about a second bid being launched. So I don't know. Maybe Arsenal are not serious. Maybe Kadioglu's been convinced by Jose to stay there. 150 million. What the fuck? PSG must be screwing. France should be. France should just invade Spain at this point. Yeah, that's what he got, man. I read it this morning. Mbappe got a signing on fee of 150 million, lad. Damn, I've never heard of a signing on fee that much. I think the most I've heard is about 10 million. I think someone got a 10 million or 20 million signing on fee. Man got 150 million. Crazy. We can do it, especially with what Liverpool got for Henderson. Pardon. I think we should go for Figo Hernandez, even though he loves Milan. Static says Wax Kadioglu will probably stay now. Leona says Mo Salah will go to Saudi Arabia. Liverpool need the money. Static says there's 104 likes on the video. I need more likes. Still over 200 people locked in. But guys, hit that like button for me. Do subscribe. Don't watch, don't listen, and not subscribe. I need you to subscribe. Yeah, you know how I feel about Mbappe's Mbappe going to Real Madrid. It doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense. He'll probably leave in the next 2 years anyway. 2 more years, he'll probably leave. Anyway, guys, that was our Monday stream done. 1 hour and 30 minutes done. I've given you an extra 2 minutes, but we usually do 1 hour and 30 minutes on a Monday afternoon. Make sure we are hitting the like button, do subscribe, all of that. We appreciate every single one of you. We will be back tomorrow at 11:30 UK time. Make sure you check us out. I'll give you guys a few shout outs before we cut out of here, but make sure, yeah, we're hitting that like button, all of that type of stuff. Who we got? Who stayed all the way until the end? Who do we have? We've got legends, Chin David, FJT, we've got Static, Leona, we've got COM, I don't know what your name is. We got Rizzo, we got my guy Darth Vader, FJT in the building, we got Farhad in the building. Big up Samuel as well. We appreciate you, Samuel, man. Big up Tayeb. Big up Katz as well. Big up Dean. Big up Leslie. Big up Troy. Big up everyone that I can see at the bottom of the building. Make sure you are hitting the like button. Do subscribe. Much appreciate every single one of you. Make sure you join us tomorrow at 11:30 in the morning. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys then. Peace. Peace, peace, peace.